Hello, and welcome to Coffee Time, where we look at the Daily Mail website and try and find something to amuse us. This is an update to a story we covered. I can't remember when we covered it. A while back. Yeah, this is the wife of a Conservative councillor, Lucy Connolly. I believe this is her mugshot. She posted some horrible material as a result of the Stockport incident earlier in the summer, and her comments ended up being viewed 310,000 times. She posted a post on X, but I'm not going to say what it says because it's not very nice. But yeah, it was also reposted by 940 other users on that platform. But anyway, yeah, she was arrested. I don't know if you remember, she was arrested and charged. But yeah, she's been jailed for 31 months after pleading guilty to publishing written material intended to stir up racial hatred after those Southport murders. Yeah, she is married to West Northamptonshire councillor Raymond Connolly. He looks a bit like a human gonad. I mean, I don't know. He doesn't make looking bald look good, does he? He's a. That's what happened if a testicle grew eyes and a mouth. It's not good. He doesn't rock it as well as I do. This is why bald men should grow beards. It gives you definition. But yeah, she was jailed at Birmingham Crown Court yesterday after pleading guilty. And yeah, I think it's good. I think it pleases me. Now, again, and again, there will be people saying, "Oh, this is unnecessary. This isn't right. There's a two-tier system." But who she is, wife of a Tory councillor, and the fact that she's not stupid, she should know better. That's what they've done. That thing, what do they call it? Make an example out of you. That's what they've done. They've made an example out of her, and I like that. Mind you, the IDF made an example out of Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar. And they've got the footage here. This is drone footage. Entering in his building. Again, it's. Have we got the full clip? We do, but there'll probably be an advert. Oh no, there isn't. There's the full. Full fat. This is what I like. They've got the full fat clip here. So I was worried there was going to be an advert. So watch this. This is the drone going in and locating him. So it flies in the building, and he's sitting at the back here, just there in this chair. Look, it's a bit pixelated, but you can see his arm and his head there. And he goes, "Well, there's a drone." And so what do you do when you see a drone? There he is. Can you tell me what happens next? He has a stick. Or it could be a sword. Actually, I think it might be a sword. And he attempts to throw it at the drone, the camera drone. There it goes. But don't worry. After that, the IDF utilised a tank shell and brought down the building and killed him. That's nice. They reckon he was the mastermind of the October 7th attack. Again, they still haven't released all the prisoners. Here's a more high-resolution picture of him. You can see him sitting there, and he was identified using DNA afterwards. So yeah, all good news there. It's good news. It's good news. And I mean, they do have a picture of the actual aftermath, but this is YouTube, and I probably shouldn't show you it. But imagine a person who is expired under some rubble, Use that mental image. There you go. And that's YouTube. Thanks for playing. There's lots about Liam Payne, who threw himself off his balcony. Or did he fall? Now they're saying that the balcony was too low. Well, make your bleep mind up. But there's loads and loads of stuff about Liam Payne again. You know, and it's an awful story, but don't take drugs. Again, people who were there in the lobby said he was acting irrationally and was obviously, you know, not well. And I mean, not well. And it's a great shame. You should really behave yourself, you know. I mean, was it 31? Come on, you should have grown up by then. What else have we got? Well, God, it's a shame. There's a Daily Mail piece about Colin Farrell, about his son, who is disabled. But I just like the headline. He said, "Look, my son is disabled, but I think he's perfect as he is." I think that's nice. Shame it's behind a paywall. I'm not paying for it. I'm not going to pay for it. Not going to do it. Meanwhile, hold on to your hats, folks. Britain braces for a weather bomb. And the first name of the season, well, it begins with a letter A. Well, that's the best I can do. It's Storm Ashley. Nice. Well, they always make it, you know, they always make it sound like it's something soft and cuddly. Should call it Storm Anarchy, yeah, or Storm Apocalypse. So we go. This is there's going to be a cyclogenesis in the Atlantic Ocean tomorrow night. Apparently, I think I've got all their albums. So yeah. So there's going to be an 18-hour amber alert on Sunday from 9 AM till midnight in Western Scotland. Oh, that's all right. It's just in Scotland. A 21-hour yellow warning on Sunday from 3 AM to midnight for the whole of Scotland, Northern Ireland, parts of North West England and West Wales, and a third 9-hour yellow warning for Northern Scotland until 9 AM on Monday. Basically, it's Scotland that's copying it. Remember, don't eat the yellow rain. That doesn't work, does it? But you get my gist. A yellow weather warning. I wish they'd call it something else, because it just makes me think of. Am I allowed to say that? No. And there's more and more about Liam Payne. There's just more and more and more and more and more and more. What's this there? Meanwhile, Russia, our pal Mr. Putin, who's our pal, remember, keep on his good side, they reckon that Russia's looking to create havoc in the UK with incendiary bombs, yeah. And they're linking this to a fire at a DHL warehouse. Yeah, counter-terrorism police are currently probing Moscow's involvement in an incident at a DHL centre in Minworth in Birmingham back in July the 22nd. They reckon that Russian spies are thought to have hidden an incendiary device in a parcel that was loaded onto a plane headed for Britain. It then burst into flames at the warehouse just hours later. And this is the DHL centre. That's not very nice. What if you're expecting something? What if there's an Amazon parcel or something? They're not being very nice. And he says, I'm inventing a Russian Amazon. I should really drop the accent, shouldn't I? He doesn't talk like that. Does anybody know how he talks? No, but anyway. Russia, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? But yeah, Brandon Fried. Really? The jugs write their names, you know. Incendiary device, Fried, Executive Director at Air Forwarders Association, which represents the freight industry in the US, warns of the Russians. He said it looks like the goal is simply to disrupt the supply chain, create havoc and simply scare people. They want people to lose confidence in the system. Again, this is where all the misinformation and disinformation comes from, because the Russians want the fabric of society to be kind of worn at the edges. So people riot, people are scared, and there you go. And yeah, and it comes a day after German intelligence warned of a similar incident in Leipzig in late July, which came close to causing a fatal plane crash. Thomas Oldenwang, that's Oldenwang, there's a reference for you, head of Germany's intelligence service, said on Tuesday that a disaster was narrowly averted after it partially ignited on the ground at the DHL logistics centre in Leipzig rather than in mid-air, and planes were delayed. So, blimey, that's not nice, is it? Should we lighten the mood? It's a bit depressing, isn't it? Should we lighten the mood? Oh look, here's Alex Salmond's coffin. Oh, that was mean. That was mean. No, they brought his body back from North Macedonia, and they draped his coffin with the sword tire. It's what he would have wanted. Imagine if they'd done it with the English flag, just to mess with him. But yeah. So yeah, they brought him back. But no, what I meant to click was this one. This is a woke theatre, right? They've put a trigger warning on the Christmas Panto. Yeah, the Everyman Theatre in Cheltenham, Gloucestershire, says that some of the jokes in Aladdin might offend people, and audience are being pre-warned. And they're offering a relaxed panto for those likely to be offended. The content warning on theatres warehouse states panto is a lot of fun, but sometimes it can be a little loud, a little bit cheeky, with some jokes that only grown-ups will understand. Please bear in mind that if you're bringing anyone under the age of 5 or anyone with a nervous or sensitive disposition, yeah. And the pantomime's Aladdin. Yeah. Yeah. And there's... I do admire Kevin Bruce's... his widow Twanky is something to admire, apparently. The missus is like, she loves it when she gets Aladdin. Yeah, so basically what they're doing is they've put a trigger warning up against innuendo. You know? I bet when they went through the script, right? They went through the pantomime script, and when they found an innuendo, they whipped it out. They whipped it out and they showed everyone. I bet they did. But yeah, so yeah, there is a content warning on a pantomime. It's like, what? Now, look, if they're going to do that, maybe they should do it in different languages. Because, for those people that don't understand the culture of pantomime, because if you're of an X age and British, you're going to know what to expect. There's even more Liam Payne news. Even more. More. There's just loads of it again. The entire front page is about that. Anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to go to Milton Keynes, apparently. This is a new TV advert trying to make Milton Keynes look fantastic, right? So we're gonna pull it up. Right, we're gonna have a look at it. If there's an advert before an advert, I'm gonna be most annoyed. There's an advert for Cruise Line before an advert for Milton Keynes, but I want you to watch this advert because it's to promote there's a Milton Keynes shopping centre that they're promoting, and I want you to watch the video very carefully. It's very important you watch this. Very important. Just buying time. 30-second ad on a 40-second video. They're spoiling us, and there's no skip function. But keep your eyes, keep them peeled, as Shaw Taylor used to say. It's very important. All right, ready? Right, here you go. So she's walking through. This is Centre MK in Milton Keynes. Look at this. Look. So there you go. Look at this. Oh, Milton Keynes. Look at it. Wow. Have you figured it out yet? This is to promote shopping in Milton Keynes. That's more appropriate. I've just given it away there. Yeah, the problem with this is it wasn't filmed in Milton Keynes. It was filmed in Glasgow, which is 400 miles away and 6 hours drive. Yeah, so I filmed an advert in Glasgow to promote Milton Keynes, but the makers, who does it say the makers are? Does it say? Did it say the makers? No, but they did put out a press. Yeah, the spokesperson for the shopping centre said our TV ad was not shot in Milton Keynes. It wasn't supposed to represent a specific location. It's designed to show how trends and outfits could be worn in your everyday life, whether out with friends in the daytime or going out for the evening. It's supposed to be about fashion rather than centre MK. And you go, well, that's cobblers, that is. If it was a clothing brand, yeah, but you're promoting a shopping centre. It don't make sense. But yeah, should have filmed it in Milton Keynes. Good news, everybody. British house prices have jumped by an average of £8,000 in 1 year. How much have they gone up in your area? I don't know. I'm not going to look. I don't know. Doctor reveals 4 reasons you should never drink diet versions of fizzy drinks. The problem is I don't know if I've told you this, but I'm a type 2 diabetic, so I don't have a bloody choice. But yeah, this is Dr. Surab Sethi, who is a Harvard and Stanford trained gastroenterologist, has given us 4 scary facts about diet pop. He's based in California, and he posted on TikTok. Here he is. I don't know if I trust him. That hand pose. That's the sort of hand pose they do when they're trying to sell you a timeshare, isn't it? It's like, I don't know, or get you in a cult. I don't know if I trust this fella. But yeah, his statement was based off a study released in 2019 by the American Heart Association and American Stroke Association. Okay, we've got it broken down into 4 points. No, I've got to read through it. It linked having artificial sweetened drinks to an increase in heart disease and strokes in women who are over 50. The risk for heart attack or stroke was highest in women who didn't have any history of heart disease or diabetes, it said. So that's not good. Dr. Sethi claimed that drinking diet soda could also be linked to kidney disease. He said the high phosphorus content of diet sodas contribute to chronic kidney disease. That's nice. And that's supported by the National Kidney Foundation. So at least he's backing it up. And the third fact said that drinking sodas can negatively affect your insulin sensitivity and disrupt gut microbiome. That's interesting, that, because I have they said my insulin doesn't work too well because I'm old. I should be dead, really. But she didn't say that, but she said I shouldn't do gardening because of my feet. Yeah, I wasn't planning on doing gardening with my feet. I was planning on using my hands and the strimmer. But I'm not going to let anybody know that. So if I have a diet pop, it affects my insulin. Well, then should that make me more diabetic then, wouldn't it? So I need to have full fat soda pop. And finally, he said diet sodas can increase cravings for high calorie food and disrupts appetite control. And again, all this is backed up by various studies. And so so stay off the old diet pop. Here's somebody enjoying a pop. I don't know if it's a diet pop. That could be a full fat one, couldn't it? What do you reckon? Look, just don't enjoy anything. It's all it's either illegal, immoral, or it makes you fat. That's what my nan used to say. So just don't do anything. Apparently Putin suffers from mystery itching. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm often doing that on camera. He's just, look, everyone gets a little bit itchy sometimes, don't they? Okay, that's kind of an animal story, so I'm going to do that. Keep that one there. Meanwhile, have you noticed that there's an increase in shoplifting in shops? Hence the term shoplifting. It don't mean that someone's actually trying to lift the shop. It'd be funny if they did, wouldn't it? Get a hernia. But yeah, theft in shops. We've gone through the roof, and as we've seen previously, many supermarkets and other places of their ilk have introduced security measures to stop people running away with the bacon and stuff like that. Well, Morrison's have done the same, right? Excuse me. And this Morrison's in Fleet, in Hampshire, have upset shoppers in the affluent term because you know what they've got to do? They've got to press a buzzer before they can access the champagne. And this has put their noses out of joint. Let's see, you've got to buzz for booze. And yeah, so this is Fleet in Hampshire. Here we go. This is the Morrisons involved, and yeah, people are a little bit put out by it, you know. And the average house price in Fleet is $530,000. There you go. One bubbly, loving local called Claudio said, "Alcohol sales will drop for sure. No one will be asked to wait for lazy staff to come around. That's not fair." Meanwhile, Karen thought, "That's not good." She said, "Good luck with getting anyone to answer the buzzer." But others were sympathetic and said it was keeping in line with the shoplifting trend that's sweeping the country. There was a whole gang. There was a Romanian gang specifically stealing champagne to take it back to Romania where there was a shortage. Yeah. Daniel said, "Well, if people will be D*CKS ducks, action must be taken." And Anne said it's a sad sign of the times. But yeah, it says here, a Romanian crime ring known as the Champagne Gang are believed to have stolen at least 73,000 pins of goods in a mafia-style operation from supermarkets up and down the country. And the group operates in threes, and they wear Bluetooth headsets to communicate with each other as they swoop. And here is one of them swooping. Look at him, he's swooping. They just fill up their crates and they leave. And that's why you've got to buzz for booze now. I don't know, it's the state of this country, isn't it? State. Oh, good news, everybody. Netflix is raising its prices again. Just after it's announced £1.76 billion in profits. Oh no, they're coming for our dib dabs, or they call them dip dabs now. We used to call them. I'm sure we used to call them dib dabs. Yeah, Natasha Middleton gave 7-year-old Maisley Brackley 35p dip dab, and she's warning parents because the little sweetie bit that was on the stick came off, and it got stuck in the girl's throat. Right, and Maisie started to turn blue. Thankfully, I gave her a good old whack between the shoulder blades, and it got the dip dab out. But she's saying, ban the dip dab. No, I don't think she's. I think she's saying, be careful out there. And there you go. Sherbet dabs. That's what I used to like. What about the one with the licorice tube? Oh, I'm a type 2 diabetic. Anyways, I've gone off that story now. This is nightmare fuel. It's Halloween's coming up, so let's do this. This is a story of Thomas T.J. Hoover, right? He'd taken too many drugs. I think that's the story. Yeah, he'd had a drug overdose, and he was taken to hospital. Here he is. And he was declared brain dead, right? He looks like he's had a few there, doesn't he? Looks like he's enjoying himself. But yeah, he was declared brain dead. So they thought, do you know what? We can harvest him. Yes, they were going to use old TJ, the 36-year-old, for organ transplantation. Yeah, this was at the Baptist Heath Richmond Hospital in Kentucky back in October 2021. But as they was testing his heart, they do this thing where they stick a catheter in the heart. He started moving around and moaning. Nicoletta Martin recounted that he was thrashing around on the table, even though they said the patient was sedated. Then, as surgeons prepared to remove his organs, Hoover began to move around and was crying visibly, according to Natasha Miller, another former employee. His sister, Donna Aurora, says she became concerned when Hoover seemed to open his eyes and look around when he was being wheeled into from the intensive care unit to the operating room. And look, this is him, all wired up to the machines at the time. But they were going to open him up. They were going to open him up and take out his organs. But when they alerted the medical staff, they said, don't worry about it. It's just a reflex. It was just a reflex. But it wasn't until he began to move around and cry that surgeons decided not to go ahead with the transplant. But Miller said that when a colleague called Coda, which had coordinated the transplant, the supervisor told them that they were going to do this case anyway, and the hospital needed to find another doctor. And the scene was chaotic because everyone's rushing around going, he's alive, he's not brain dead. And they said, well, you can't do it. We haven't got any doctors willing to do it. One doctor said, I'm not doing this. He's obviously not dead, not brain dead. And eventually the organ retrieval was cancelled and several employees quit and have been traumatised and have needed therapy after it. So that's everyone's worst nightmare, right? Being alive during surgery and knowing that someone's going to cut you open and take your body parts out. It's horrifying. Yeah. That was Nicoletta Martin who gave that, and she became a whistleblower. This is the lady she was one of the nurses there, I think, one of the assistants, and she became a whistleblower, submitting a letter to the House Energy and Commerce Committee about the incident as it held a hearing investigating organ procurement organisations. She said, it's very scary to me that these things are allowed to happen and there's not more in place to protect donors. And that's the hospital where it happened. I'm sure they've done horror films about that, haven't they? Do you remember the film Coma? Tom Selleck's in that one. Was it Genevieve Bujold? In the 70s, it was Michael Crichton's story. That was like that, where they deliberately put people into comas and take their organs. Yeah. So there you go. But yeah, unfortunately, TJ has been disabled by the incident. Not but by his drug overdose. So he's now living with his sister. He did survive it all, but he has memory problems and it's left him disabled. So don't take drugs, kids. Don't take drugs. I don't know if I can do that one. Oh. I can't do that one. Oh, I could do that one. It's an animal story. It's an animal. I could do it now. What else have we got? Just trying to scroll through. I've seen we've done half an hour. Oh God, they've hit me with all all the animal stories on a Friday. They must have known. Can't do that one anymore. La, la, la. Right, okay. I'm going to check my funnies folder. This is a funny. This is this goes on with the Halloween theme. This is a video clip, and there's an advert. Oh God damn it! And this is a police officer in Ohio, who got a little bit more than he bargained for with a Halloween decoration. See, he got smothered by a giant inflatable pumpkin. There you go. And he was never seen again. There you go. So be careful out there. Let's do it to them before they do it to us. No? Well, I thought it was funny. Okay then. Shall I do all the animal stories? We've got a couple. This is the story, right, of Shrub. And Shrub is an emu, right? Yes, this is good. An abandoned emu, right? And Shrub was rejected by her parents, Forrest and Matilda. And this is happening in Surrey, right? This is at Birdworld in Surrey. They discovered that Matilda had successfully hatched an egg, but neither parent was willing to take on the role of caregiver. And the lifeless 500-gram body of the emu chick, covered in mud flies, was being pulled out of the nest by crows, right? So what they did is they got an adoptive mother, right? And the adoptive mother, you're going to love this. It's chicken, yeah. The emu was raised by a chicken. This is a chicken mum, and the chicken is named Nugget. Ah, it's true. It's all true. Here they are together. There's Shrub and Nugget. The Shrub and Nugget. That's the name of a pub. And so there you go. And here they are together. Oh, it's good, isn't it? What a lovely story. Yeah, Polly Bramham, the living collections manager, said, having initially been raised in a dimly lit barn before coming to Birdwell, Shrub's father, Forrest, had developed limited eyesight and a unique way of walking, learning to navigate by leading with the back of his head rather than his feet. Unlike most birds, emu males incubate eggs, and they are typically winter breeders. However, Shrub's mother, Matilda, laid eggs in the summer, and Forrest didn't seem to be incubating them. We didn't expect the eggs to hatch, but we were surprised when we found Shrub cold and muddy and neglected. She was rushed to ICU, warmed up, and fortunately turned out to be a resilient survivor, just like her father. And following the rescue and recovery, Shrub needed some training to become an emu, and that job, explained Polly, fell to Nugget, a small bantam hen who also lived at Birdworld. Nugget took Shrub under her wing, teaching essential life skills such as eating and walking. She was the best foster carer Shrub could have hoped for, busy, bossy, and shown her lots of fuss and care. So there you go. The emu with a chicken for a mum, called Nugget. I like that story. Now we've got another clip here, and this is we're going to Belfast for this one, and we're going to end on a happy. Yeah, I'm just waiting for this advert to finish. There's a 30-second ad as usual. Yeah, so we're going to Belfast, and we're going to see Maddie, the golden retriever, who gets excited. Who gets excited every week, and we're going to find out in approximately 4 seconds' time why she gets excited. She loves seeing the binman. Yeah, it's her favourite thing. Seeing the binman. She rushes out to greet them every week. There you go. How cool is that? And the binmen have to make a fuss of her before they can carry on. Oh. So yeah, it's become a bit of a tradition that when it's bin day, Maddie, the golden retriever, goes out and greets them all. They'll get in trouble. They get fired. They're saying they're not collecting the bins quick enough. So there you go. And they've even got her own IVs vest, so she's part of the bin crew. Look at that. Oh. So there you go. Like I said, we'll end the week on a happy with Maddie, the golden retriever, who loves the binman. There you go. And they're having a game with her. What a lovely story. Shall we see if there's anybody in? Is there anybody in? 11 people in, blimey, and 8 likes. Carry it on. Renee's in. It's a good evening. Oh, sorry, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning. Let's do it all. AJ, good morning, Mr. Watermelon. AJ's in. He said, "Oh, I want to visit Glasgow now. They haven't got any concrete cows in Glasgow." Renee says, "Bought our house for 70,000 euros now. We can sell for 500,000 euros. It's like a madhouse." Well, our first place, we bought for, oh God, I mean, we don't own it now, but we bought it for about a similar price, a little bit less, because you're doing euros. So in euros, it would have probably been about 60,000 euros. In UK money now, it'd be worth $500,000, And this December, we'd have paid off the mortgage if we'd have stayed there and not had any weird adventures. If we'd have stayed, we'd have paid off. And then we also had the bungalow next door because property was cheap and we were in the money in those days. And if we'd have kept both of them, we'd be millionaires right now. We'd be millionaires. And I often think about that. And then I think about buying a length of rope, but there's nowhere here to hang the rope from. So, I'm just going to have to put my head in the gas oven. Oh, I've got an electric oven. Oh, dear. It's so unfortunate. We haven't got a balcony. Otherwise, I could do a Liam Payne. I'm here all week, folks. I'm not, because it's the Friday and we're done. AJ says, from the United States, so dib dabs are candy. Yeah. They're you get a bag of sherbet and a lolly, and you lick the lolly and you dip it in the sherbet and you yeah. But sherbet dab is a cardboard tube full of sherbet with a licorice kind of straw put in it, and then when it gets all wet and sticky, I love that stuff. But I haven't had one of those in yonks in ages. Probably last time I had one of those was at the shop, I think. Unless we got one for Halloween once. We might have got one in a retro pack of sweets once. But it's been a long time. And Oz says that pumpkin was as big as my house. I thought he was going to say as big as your testicle. Nice. Well, again, you should always have ambitions. Do you fancy moving to a bigger pumpkin? Or are you going to downsize? Maybe move down to a grapefruit, perhaps. I don't know. Anyway, we'll end it there. That was the week that was. Indeed it was. Indeed it has been. And we'll end it there. Hopefully everyone will have a good weekend. For me, it's going to be very much like every other weekend. Ball game Saturday. Who won? Who won last? I can't remember who won last Saturday. Somebody won. Was it me? I don't remember. I'll have to look. So I've gone off on a tangent. So yeah, have a good time, everyone. Remember, have a good time all the time. And hopefully we'll do this dog cam. She's not here. She's not here. Wait a minute. I always forget. I do have my stand-in. I do have my stand-in for when she's not here. Here you go. Here's my border collie stand-in for when we don't have the real Layla available. Daft as arseholes. And twice as stupid, as Manin used to say. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good weekend. We'll do this all again soon. For those of you who aren't aware, have a look at my music channel. There's lots of guitars. I'm putting the rest of the guitar reviews up. They're really bad. Oh, just horrible, tuneless, noodly shit, man. But guitars. So that's on the other one. That's like a promo. And yeah, that was the news. Killing the channel, one video at a time. You know, you've got to drink out. Ta-ta.